All right, afternoon. It is a Tuesday. It's December 6th, 2022. We're going to be talking about rentals today. We're going to be talking about investment property. We're going to be talking about some numbers. We're going to talk about some options if you're thinking about investing, renting a home or renting out a home in the Ocala, Marion County, Florida area. Glenn Stein Realty Executives here. I'm the broker at Realty Executives, and we are located on Silver Springs Boulevard. If you don't know where that is, State Road 40. We're about 6 blocks away from downtown, and we're slightly on the east side of Ocala. So we're going to jump into it. I want to show you what really is available, out there on the market. We're gonna look at what's for rent or what's rented. So it's very much like looking at sold properties, but we're looking at leased properties. And I've always said this, that when you're looking at trying to figure out value on anything, trying to figure out value of what's the price for something or what's the rental rate for a particular home, you always look at facts. You look at the things that have actually happened, not fantasy land, but the actuality of what's happening. So we're going to look at that. So if you are thinking about buying a home and renting it out, or if you own a home, by the way, and you want to rent it out, I think this definitely can help you. So you're hearing honking in the background. That tells you that we're live. Also tells you that we're located on the main road on State Road 40 here. So let's look at what's available. We've got a couple of things. We have a couple of things that we want to look at here. So the first thing I want to show you is a few of the most popular areas that I think that you might find appealing. So one is this is Golf View, which is right next to the golf course, the municipal golf course. And that is an older home, 1957, 3 bedroom, 1 bath. It was leased for $14.95. We've got a property in Marion Oaks, 1225 square feet, so not too big, 3 bedroom, 2 bath, built in 2020, relatively newish. So smallish home, but 3 bedroom, 2 bath, $14.95 was the rent rate. And in Silver Spring Shores, in the eastern part of the shores, same kind of price, $1,500, 1,003 square feet. Let's look at some other things here. So let's look at something maybe a little bit larger. Some other things in the shores, Pecan Run Course, 1,550. Rents have jumped up. They've pretty much doubled over the last 5 years. Like I'll tell you that 5 years ago, these rents would have been right around the 800 mark, and now we're looking at 1,500 plus. We're looking at another one in Juniper Road. This is actually looks like probably a duplex here. So duplex, some of you might be interested in buying a duplex. So this will give you an idea, 1345 for a duplex, 1 unit in a duplex, 974 square feet. So it's a 2 bedroom, 2 bath duplex. Okay, some of you might be interested in quads or duplexes. Some downtown locations, smaller locations, 2 bedroom, 1 bath, going for $995, and then 1,100 for a 1-1. That gives you an idea of what they're going for. And if we were to organize it, maybe in some of the retirement communities, Circle Square Woods, which is on top of the world, 1,249 square feet, and rented out for $1,650. Okay, that gives you an idea. Another duplex area called Geomeo, which is in Northeast 41st, 2 bedroom, 1 bath, renting out for $1,050. So let's look at some of the higher. Let's look at some of the higher rent rolls and what does that typically look like. And I always take out the top end. So I'm looking at Ocala Preserve. This looks like some things that might be seasonal, or they might be horse farms. This might be some more things there. But one thing here that we're seeing at Calessa Township is relatively newer community. This was built in 2022. $3,000 for that. It's actually leased. Let's see. Irish Acres, which will obviously have small acreage, 3,100 square feet, maybe even like that's almost like an executive type of rental, 2,750, which I think is a real bargain. Another one from Calessa, which is in the southwest part of town, that's 2,700, Ocala Waterway, also in the Southwest 2500. Rivendell, which is a it's a community that's a little bit older, but great location right in the middle of town, not too far away from the highway, 3-bedroom, 2-bath, $2,600 per month. Okay, so that gives you an idea of what you're looking at on the rental side. Now let's look at, okay, great. Well, how much would these properties be? So let's look at that. This is obviously I'm doing this live. So we're looking at MLS, and we're going to see what's available. This is Marion County, by the way, 2,500 homes on the market. Actually, a little bit less inventory in the market in the Marion County area, and I think that's attributed to interest rates coming down. So now I'm hearing word 6.5% as far as interest rates. That gives you an idea of what we're looking at. Has actually, I think, assisted a little bit of a boost in the marketplace for sure. So if we are to look at, let's take a look at places like, well, in Autumn Glen, 1,600 square feet, 277,000. Let's go to like Silver Spring Shores. We'll look at Silver Spring Shores, look at that area. And see what the market is bearing there. You saw the market, like, Juniper Trail Course, one on Olive Road, which we saw before, built in 2022, 285,000. So that gives you an idea, right? Like we saw that, well, I think it was $1,400 for rent, and $285,000 for the price of that particular home. Now let's go to Marion Oaks. We saw a couple in Marion Oaks. And let's look at, I know we saw one for 1,200 square feet. So we're going to look at something maybe similar to that. Marion Oaks, 1,200 square feet, 254,000, right, for a newer property. So that gives you an idea, very similar numbers, $1,300, $1,400, $1,500 per month on rent, and then about $240 to $280 in pricing, right? That gives you an idea of what those prices are. So if you have questions about renting out your property, if you've got you have a need for property management, you have questions about it, you can connect with us here. Office number is 352-624-2333, 352-624-2333. You can connect with me as well at 352-572-3796. We also, on our website, buymidflhomes.com, you can actually go straight there, shop at your leisure, look around for, if you are looking for an investment property. Maybe you're not ready to retire yet. We see a lot of this where people are thinking about retiring, but they're probably about 2 to 3 years out, and maybe they've got cash in hand, or they want to get a mortgage. Maybe they think the mortgage rates are going to go up, which over the last couple of weeks, they've actually gone down. But I think there's some real evidence that the interest rates could go up for sure. So whatever questions you have, feel free to connect with us. And please like this video if it's something that you're finding very informative. And also, if you would, please subscribe. That would be absolutely fabulous. Take care, everybody.